Yeah, it's okay if everybody can be on the solar panel because it's very effective and it's economized.
I bought that inverter when we have not been in band A. That was when I started using inverter.
So the rich people, most of them have switched from the normal our NEPA lights to solar. They prefer that. Or sometimes they use it as backup.
In Nigeria today, electricity has become uncertain. From band A to band D, power supply determines how we work, who can rest, and who must wait in darkness. Generators fill the silence with noise, fuel prices rise, businesses slow, families adjust their lives around unpredictable light. But across cities and rural communities, something greater is happening.
It's okay if everybody can be on the solar panel because it's very effective and it's economized. Sometimes when there's no supply, maybe 4 hours, sometimes 3 hours, 4 hours. Like yesterday now, it's on and off, on and off. So I based on the solar that time, and there's no any problem about that. The solar, very, very, very effective.
If I said, let me buy a panel for backup, at least it will enable me to save my prepared charges.
Management is assisting them about that, the fuel inside and there. So we get the money down and the fuel is always there.
This is Mrs. Kalista, a business owner. She has a panel, or rather she has the inverters, and then that helps her to manage our energy consumption, and also see that when customers come around our business, they are not having to spend their time shopping in the heat.
We get through about that our proposal for that one. The entire plaza will be on the solar.
Far from the grid, solar panels are appearing, not as luxury but as survival, and for some as freedom. Solar energy is beginning to power homes where candles once burned. It is keeping barber shops open, preserving food, charging phones, and restoring productivity. Yet for many, the cost of entry remains a barrier. Batteries are expensive, systems require investment, and questions remain, is it worth it?
Because in the night, I'm not using the NEPA, I'm not using the KJ electric on the night here. In my complex here, we didn't use a KJ electric in the night for the security side. So we have a solar for all the security lights in the compound, which is very, very okay for me. And it's reducing my bill from the KJ electric. So the security light here by 7:30, when you came to the compound, you won't believe it that it is solar. So also, there is another one here. You can see all the lights here. All the lights here is solar. All this one you are seeing now.
So it powers the entire complex at night.
Yes.
As more Nigerians turn to solar in search of stability, one question remains: how exactly does it work? Behind every panel mounted on a rooftop is a system of technology designed to capture sunlight and convert it into usable power. But how reliable is it? How long does it last? And what does it truly cost to install and maintain? To understand the science behind the promise, we took a trip to a solar energy company to see firsthand how sunlight becomes electricity and whether this solution can truly power Nigeria's future.
We need to start from how we generate energy from the sun itself.
Okay.
So we generate energy from the sun through the panel.
Okay.
So we have some components, some gadgets that are put together for a complete solar system. So starting from the panel. So what does the panel? So panel is the one that will, absorb sunlight
Okay.
and convert it into electrical energy. So that electrical energy at that particular time, we call it DC, direct current. So DC. So that DC cannot power our refrigerator, TV at home because it is DC current. Are you getting it? So then from that DC, or from that panel, it goes straight into the charge controller. There's something we call charge controller. So from the panel to the charge controller, what does the charge controller does? The charge controller will convert or will maintain that DC current and use it to charge the battery. Are you getting it? So the purpose of that charge controller is to charge battery and also to cut off once the battery is full so that the battery will not overflow. So now from the battery, now we have the panel, we have the charge controller, then we have the battery. Now from the battery to the main building, it cannot give us that light that we are expecting. So that's when we introduce the inverter system.
Okay.
So the inverter system will convert that DC current to AC current, alternating current. So AC current that we normally use our 220 volts at home. So that's the work of the inverter. So now we have in panel, charge controller, battery, and that inverter. So from the inverter, we can now supply to the building. So through our wiring cables, also we have breakers. So breaker simply means to break some maybe overcurrent or surge, so to protect and to break current. So that's how it works.
Wow. As a child or someone who doesn't even have any understanding of electricity generation, that makes complete sense. Energy from the sun hits the panel, then goes to the charge controller.
Then from charge controller, it charges the battery
and then
the inverter converts it to AC current
and
then
powers the house.
The building. Yeah.
Wow, that's just a simple process flow for electricity generation.
Yeah.
So with this now, I don't have to, unlike turbine energies where we get using water. This is just God-given resources from the sun. Knowing fully well that solar is becoming rampant, a lot of businesses are also trying to find electricity for themselves. Power is not stable in Nigeria, and then some people are also really going to be really curious to know what kind of solar panels are commonly used. We live in a country where there will definitely be substandards, and then that's why you get people saying, oh, solar is not good, I installed one in my facility and then it's not even up to a year, everything is down. So could you tell us pointers of how to identify a fake product or a fake installation and a quality solar panels or installation?
Thank you. On that, I would say from my own opinion, it starts from the clients, because we have a lot of clients. You see, sometimes clients will tell you the specific type of solar system they want. You see, a client will tell you, I just want 2 kilowatt inverter system. You will now be asking, sir, how do you know that your load in your house is 2 kilowatts you want to use to power? No, I went to a friend's house. I have a family member, he's using 2 kilowatts, and that kilowatt is working perfectly, it's okay. But most of the time, these people don't, or the client does not know that in some cases, the load that the person that is using that inverter system that the person is talking about, maybe a friend or family, the load might not be as much or as heavy as what he or she wants to use it to power. So, and once he now recommend by himself or herself that this is so amount of panels, battery that my cousin is using, that's what exactly I want you to use. Now, in that cousin's house, maybe they are generating, let's say 5,000 watts of load. But in that person's house, our own load is up to 10,000 or 8,000. Now, installing that same capacity of solar system in those two places, definitely there will be issue. And the clients will now be putting the blame on either the product is not good or the installer is not professional enough. So it happens from there. Number two is where you buy your products. It's very, very important. Because going to the market, a lot of people want cheaper price. Now, cheaper price, we all know that anything that is cheap, something is reducing it. Because if you are buying a phone, same phone, this is 500,000, that same phone, they are selling it 150,000. You most definitely, there's something different inside. They might be alike, they might look alike, they might be serving the same purpose, but there must be something different in it. That's where the issue of maybe inverter system is not lasting longer, or is not giving the function it's supposed to give. So that's where the error always comes from the clients to the products you are purchasing. And lastly, your installer is very, very important, because once you buy your solar system complete and you want to install, please, I always advise people, look for a professional. It's very, very important, so that you will not lose that your money, so that you not spend that money twice or three times. Are you getting it? Why? Because so many times we have clients that will tell you that I need an installer. Okay, sir, let's also introduce this person to you. Okay, how much is the budget? The person will tell you, okay, based on bill. Oh, no, I have someone that can do it cheaper. I have someone in my area that can do it. Oh, I have an electrician. The person also does solar. That's where the problem always comes from. So if you know what load you want to carry, you are buying from a good company or a good product, then you give your installation to a professional. You won't have issues.
We all know that electricity, like I said earlier, is not guaranteed in Nigeria. And then considering adoption, what will you say about people beginning to adopt to providing electricity for themselves via using solar energy? And also in the next maybe 5 years, where do you see solar energy usage?
From statistics, we notice that Nigerian people, even the rich and the rich, most of them have switched from the normal our NEPA lights to solar. They prefer that, or sometimes they use it as backup. We have some rich people that doesn't want their light to just off for 1 minute. Once the NEPA take their light, there's backup there. And before, they normally use generator. But you see that generator, pollution, air pollution, all those stuff, noise, all those things are there. But with the help of solar system, complete solar system, we are free from all those pollutions. Are you getting it? So this is our service center. Here we repair and we replace components in the inverter system or test run the battery. This is where the work is done. Are you getting? So here, most companies, they do repair, but their repairing is by shielding, removing dowd, removing some. No, we don't do that. We change it completely here. We remove maybe it's charge controller, new one, replace it back, and we give it to you. That's number one. Number two, it comes to our service center. When your your inverter, battery, anything you get from us is faulty, we replace it for you, we repair it for you rather, within 24 or 48 hours. If you are not able to get it within 24 or 48 hours, we replace it with brand new one for you. Lifespan also depends on the size of the complete system you are installing. Are you getting it? The bigger the size, the bigger the lifespan. So, but the average lifespan for either the minimum or the max is, let's say, 5 to 10 years. So 5 to 10 years. Here in Galaxy, once you get our products, we make sure that we follow you up, or we run your maintenance, and as well we teach you how to manage the system, so that Our warranty is 5 years. Yeah.
Solar may not be perfect, but for many Nigerians, it's the difference between darkness and light.